Hello! Today I wanted to share one of my favorite recipes, which is lemon vegan Alfredo. I thought it would be a good time to share a little bit about myself and things that I like, and I wanted to share this recipe. I have to say that I did not create this recipe. This recipe is actually created by the Food Network. The recipe below in the bio link. Anyway, so one of the things that I love about pasta is it's so filling and it's so affordable, and I think it's just really good for an artist that's sensitive and that needs to fill their soul with pasta. So pasta is one of my favorites, and this recipe is super easy. So basically there's kind of like two steps. It's like making the pasta and then making the sauce. So right now I am cooking the pasta. I use fettuccine. So if this recipe was super vegan, then I would use eggless fettuccine, but I just used the normal Burrell pasta that I'm pretty sure is against gay people, so don't be a hypocrite like me. So I digress. So basically, as this is cooking, this is a great time for you to get all your ingredients together. And let me go and explain to you all these ingredients. So I'm going to sit on the floor, basically. So the first ingredient is vegan cream cheese, which there's a whole thing of this vegan cream cheese. I just put the whole thing in, basically. The more the merrier. 2 cups of almond milk, some nutritional yeast, some cilantro or parsley. The recipe calls for parsley, but I personally like cilantro. 3 tablespoons of almonds that are sliced, some salt, some pepper, and some lemon zest. And that's basically it. Super, super easy. So while the fettuccine is cooking right here, this is the fettuccine cooking, I will assort these ingredients and make the sauce. So one of the great things that you're going to need is you're going to need a blender. And I love my blender. My dad got my blender for me, so thank you so much, Dad, for getting me this blender. So thank you. Okay, so we're going to put our ingredients in. I typically put in the almonds first because they're heavy. So I'll put that into the blender. And then I put in the cream cheese. So I'll put that as well in the blender. Then I will put in the almond milk. The nutritional yeast. So typically there's 3 packs of the nutritional yeast, and I just put them all in, basically. And then I'll put in the lemon zest, the salt, and the pepper. Make sure you get all of it in. And those are all the ingredients for the Alfredo sauce. Perfect. So because I am an artist and I live in a weird apartment, I have to blend my sauce in a different room real fast. Great, so our sauce is blended. And after that, what you could do is you could cut up your cilantro or parsley and make sure that it's ready for garnish. And also have your garlic ready. So once the fettuccine has finished cooking, you're going to basically put these garlics in and make sure that they're golden, and then put in the sauce, and then wait about 20 minutes or so on medium heat, and then you can put your cilantro in or your garnish, and then mix it in with the pasta, and it's pretty easy. Okay, so my pasta is finished cooking. It only is about 13-12 minutes, and I like it more on the al dente side. I think it's about ready to take out the water. I'm going to do that, and you can watch me the pasta is all finished and it's there waiting to be served. So I'll put the lid on that so it'll stay warm. Now we're ready to make the sauce. Okay, so now we're going to need a skillet. Great. So we have a skillet. Like most recipes, it's some olive oil, which I'm not sure how much olive oil the recipe calls for, but cooking is all about like intuition and you just kind of do whatever you want. So I just put in some olive oil and then we're going to put in some garlic. Just like that. And we're going to be waiting until the garlic gets kind of golden. And remember not to overcook the garlic because if you overcook the garlic, then it becomes bitter. So try to just get it right when it's golden. And sometimes it's better when it's like a little bit less or like a little bit more on the raw side. But, so yeah, we're going to do that. Put that in. This is our pasta. So one of the things that I love about cooking is it's really relaxing and it just makes you like not do whatever you want to do. Like it kind of takes you out of what your life is because you have to cook. I mean, sometimes you have to cook. I've been cooking for myself for a lot of years and it's been really good to learn how to like cook and like just be able to survive and like fend for yourself. So I think that's what makes it relaxing. And I really like cooking because I feel like there's a lot of similarities to painting. Like you're mixing stuff and you're getting things prepared and you know, you're also being creative. And sometimes if you don't have a certain ingredient, you can substitute it for something else. And I feel like you do that a lot with painting. So I love garlic when it's being sauteed. It's like the most delicious smell ever. I love it. Kind of like make sure that, you know, it's doing its thing. I probably could have put more garlic, but it's okay. Maybe I will actually. Well, I think it's fine. I think the recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I just put 2, but you should definitely put like 4. More garlic is better. Actually, I might just put in some more. I never had too much garlic. I mean, really. Yeah. So I would say that the garlic is like pretty golden, even though I just added like a bunch of new. But I would say that it's pretty good. It's starting to get a little gold, so I feel like this is perfect. You don't want it to be like burnt. You want it to be like nice and golden. So I think this is good. So this is the time to add in your sauce. Okay, so we just made our beautiful milky white beige sauce. And yeah, we're going to put it in. Look at that beautiful sauce. And just get like every bit. Obviously, you can tell I'm not a professional chef. I'm an artist, and I'm trying to play the game and get content out into the world. Perfect. So the sauce is there. So at this point, we can put the heat to medium. Before, when we were sauteing the garlic, the heat was at high, but we can now put it at medium and kind of let it simmer. That's the right word. So at this point, it's going to be about 20 minutes. So yeah, so just make sure to, you know, take a second and kind of like go back to it and make sure that everything's okay. And kind of, you know, give it a little stir every now and then. That's what it's like. And like I said, I love this recipe because it's so easy. I mean, it's just like you make pasta and then you make the sauce and you just have to assemble these ingredients and blend them and then that's basically it. Yeah. So one thing that's really good about cooking is that when things are cooking, I like to do the dishes because I don't like when things are dirty. I don't like when I have a shit ton of dishes that are just like chilling in my sink. It's really important for me to accommodate all the empty spaces in cooking because there are lots of times where you're waiting. So I would highly suggest that you use these waiting periods for dishwashing time. So I have done all my dishes, which is great, so I can just hang out after I have finished dinner. Thought maybe in the meantime I would share some facts about me that you might not have known. First fact, I started playing piano when I was about 9 years old. I had a piano teacher named Mark, and I thought he was kind of cute. And he was my first piano teacher. Also, when I was about 9, I also started doing musical theater at CYT, which stands for Christian Youth Theater in Richmond. And that was how I learned my love of music and performing and being on stage and just entertaining. The next fact about me is that I am openly gay, I'm also non-binary, and I'm trying to figure out the relationship of those two things. The most amazing memories I have is my mom drove me to see my first internet boyfriend back in like 2010. It was like 2009. My mom drove me 2 hours to see this boy that I met on MySpace, and we had a relationship, and he was my boyfriend. And my mom drove me 2 hours to meet him. And that's one of like the sweetest memories that I have of my mom being supportive, which I love my mom. Another fact about me is that I can wiggle my ears. It's really weird, but I can do it. Okay, so enough shenanigans about me being able to wiggle my ears. So the sauce is cooking. So the sauce is going to bubble up sometimes because of the yeast. So that's a really good time to kind of just stir it a little bit and make sure that it's nice and even. So I'm going to do that now. And it's going to also get kind of like bubbly too. The great thing about this recipe too is that like it takes probably a minimum of about 20 minutes for the sauce to be completely cooked. But, it really doesn't take that long, and it's great because I actually have to get my flu shot in about 20 minutes, so that's great. It'll give me enough time to finish this, and then go over to get my flu shot. It's been about 15, 16 minutes or so, and I'm running a bit late because my flu shot appointment is soon. So basically, I'm going to cut it a bit short. So at this point, the sauce is basically cooked. You pretty much could call it finished. Now it's a great time to put in your garnish, which the recipe calls for parsley, but I personally like cilantro, like I said. So it's a great time to just put in your cilantro. And this recipe is kind of bland. I mean, I'm a bland girl. I like to make bland things. I really like pasta. Like pasta and butter and cheese is like my favorite thing. So I don't mind bland. But cooking is all about color. You should always want to put some color in. And green is my favorite color of all time because it reminds me of money. I like to put in some spinach, and just add some greens in a little bit. So I'm going to put in some spinach and arugula. And it would probably be a good idea to wash this, but this says it was triple washed. But, it could be false advertising. But I just will put in this whole thing of spinach just to kind of give it a little bit of character and to make it have a little color, a little this, a little that, So I'll just kind of add that in. My computer is about to fall. That was like not good. I'm like, there's like no good setup here. I'll just kind of move that around like so. And I'll actually increase the heat a bit since I'm running a little bit tight on time. And it looks really wonky right now, but spinach will literally take 10 seconds and it'll be disintegrated. So like I said, I like to put in the whole thing. There's a lot of things here. I mean, really, you could just not make it vegan and put some cheese in, or you could put some chicken, which also be not vegan at all. Or you could put like a pepper. Pepper would be really nice. Add some like red or yellow in there. But for me, I just like nice spinach. I like to put spinach in a lot of stuff. And yeah, it's good to kind of just sneak in those veggies as much as you can. Yeah. And doesn't that's starting to look... Now it looks like a pile of green shit. But it'll look good soon, I promise. So it's been just a couple of minutes, and I would say that the spinach is pretty good, even though I'm running a bit late, so I have to cut this short. So now I think it's a good time to combine our things. So our last step is that we are going to put the Alfredo sauce in the pasta. Like this. And it smells so good. I wish that you were here to smell this. It smells so good. And then we're going to take a second and mix this around. Yeah, if you can see it, it smells so good. And this is a big mess, but we're going to plate it really nice. This is the finished product, and it looks so good. So thank you guys so much for cooking with me today. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do more of these. Let's taste it. This is so good. This is so good. Every time, it's so good. I can't eat anymore because I have to go to my appointment. But thank you so much for cooking with me tonight. And, yeah, I can't wait to do more of these videos. Let me know if you like this. And, yeah, if you haven't checked out my new album, Temptation, is out. So go listen to it on your favorite outlet, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play. It's everywhere. And I will see you guys later. Bye.